Hey, welcome back to another tutorial on getting started with your brand new Wendougee DATA Espresso machine. And today we're going to talk about dialing in your espresso shots. And this might seem kind of basic in a way, but since this is a machine that has pressure profiles, if you don't go through some of these steps to dial in your grinder, you're probably going to become a little bit frustrated with some of the profiles. So what I recommend doing is just pulling a standard 9-bar shot before using some of the more complex profiles. So I want to show you two different ways of doing this. And the first way is this M button. And when you click that M button, it's going to have a predetermined manual shot that you have programmed into the machine, and it's pretty much just a flat profile. In this case, it's defaulted to 9 bars for 10 seconds, but we really don't want it to stay for just 10 seconds. We want it to pull a full shot. So let's go to the bolt icon, system settings, key settings, and then you'll see the first option says M button pressure, and it's set at 9 bars, which we're going to leave it at that. But the M bar time, let's change it to 30 seconds. So when we go back to our home screen and we click this M button, and we can pull out the portafilter and do so, we don't need to pull a full shot. It's going to run a solid 9 bars. And after 30 seconds, it will turn itself off. If you wish to cancel the shot ahead of time, maybe it's running very fast or you're trying to figure out your dial, you can click that M button a second time and you can cancel the shot. So really easy. The second way that I do more regularly is I have a 9-bar constant shot, which you can see is one of the profiles that I've created. So what it does is it just pulls a 9-bar shot, and it will measure 76 milliliters of water. So it's going to be less based on time and more on volume. So the first one with the M is based off of time. This one that I created down here is going to be based off of volume. And we haven't really talked about this yet, but you'll see the 76 milliliters, and that seems like a little bit off. Most of them, if you're doing like a 1 to 2 shot, you have 18 in and you have 32 to 36 out, give or take. But what you have to take into consideration on these volumetric shots is puck saturation. So that's why we have that 76 milliliters. We'll talk about that a lot more in our creating a profile video. But let's go ahead. We're going to do our 9-bar constant shot. I have some beans weighed out, and let's just pull a quick shot. So I am just dialing these beans in. They're very fresh, so they may be a bit messy. Let's go ahead and tare our scale. And when we start this, let's click the timer button. So as you can see, we're pretty much dialed in. I actually might go a little bit coarser, but it was about 30 seconds when we got 31.5 grams out. So that tells me I'm probably just gonna go maybe half a setting more coarse. We don't really need to pull another shot, but I have my grinder adjusted. And I know that when I go to a more complex profile that maybe has a really long pre-infusion, that my grinder is actually dialed in. So I hope this helps you get going with your Wendougee DATA. I would say this is probably one of the more frustrating things, that if you don't take your time to dial in your grinder, you're really not going to enjoy the pressure profiles that it can do. So for today, thanks for watching, and let us know if you have any questions down in the comments.